Alright, it is 3:09. And I'm going to... Alright, here we go. Hello. I need to talk to somebody about what's going on with my apartment.
What's wrong with your apartment?
Well, they've been trying to exterminate the bed bugs for a month and a half, and I can't live there.
Okay. When was your last treatment?
A week ago. Okay. And they're still
Have
finding
you had 2?
live bed bugs. This would be the 3rd.
6501.
Yeah, I know who he is. Okay. You got your notice when he's coming back, right?
Yeah, but we can't live there.
You've been living there this long with it like it was before you told us.
Yeah, and we can't use our kitchen. Everything's packed up.
This is what we have to do in order to treat it. This is the process.
But why should I have to pay for a place I can't live in?
Well, that's something you have to take up with management. I'm just telling you the process of the...
Okay, then who do I talk to?
Well, if he's back there, I'll let you talk to him, but hold on, okay?
Widows, I can help you. Okay. Is the water going out the door? What's that number? That makes it sound like you were out there.
Is that 6400?
Are they 110? Is it?
Who was it?
6651 106.
Karen.
Yes.
Can you wash this up?
Yeah.
Come on back.
Alright.
This is the gentleman from 6501-202.
That's 202.
I understand you still have bed bugs in there, huh?
Yeah.
How many treatments have we had over there?
3. And they're still finding live bed bugs.
According to what I know, they found 2.
Yes, they found 2 live bed bugs.
Yeah, I understand that. So where are we? What are we doing?
They treated him again. We fire and iced him. We came back to follow up. He still had them. They chemical. They came back according to the...
When was the last time they were there?
A week ago.
Okay.
Now, I've got video proof that they're doing a crap job. They're not inspecting very well.
Do we send the dog in there?
Not last time.
We can't after the chemicals in. We can't do that. Do we send the dog in there to begin with or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Once you have chemicals in there, you can't. The dog gets confused. You can't send it.
It's not a matter of if he does or he don't. He still had them on the follow-ups.
So the inspector finds a couple of dogs in there. Why do you say he's not inspecting properly then? I don't understand.
Okay, pretend this is a cushion. He looked about this much on a cushion and called it square.
Yeah.
If he don't find it in the cushion, he's going to
But
go
he
on to
didn't
the
look
next
at
thing.
the whole cushion. He just looked at about a 6-inch section of a
And
cushion.
where are you seeing them?
On the video camera I have in my room.
No, where are you seeing the bugs?
out on the ceiling, on the molding. I've seen him crawling out of the molding.
Because like I said, the last time he was in there on 7/31, wait a minute, 7/31, he said he found 2.
One on the bed and one on the wall.
Okay.
Now, how did it get on the wall if they're spraying the baseboards and the ceilings and all the corners?
Because you had quite a few in the unit.
Yeah, it's pretty well overrun.
Your apartment had a lot of them. You just didn't have them in that one room. You had them in your room and in the living room.
In the living room?
Live bug found on bed and wall in kid's bedroom.
But after a month and a half, they're still alive?
I told you it was going to be a process.
Well, I'm sure.
Sometimes they can get them all, sometimes it takes a while.
But we can't live there.
Well, like I said, you lived there the whole time when you had them before we found out about them,
Well,
right?
Okay,
the best thing we can do.
just by the function of the bugs, we can't live there. We can't live there because all my stuff is in the kitchen. I have kids.
It's horrible. Absolutely, I know what you're saying.
Now, my son is autistic. He is deathly afraid of bugs. He shuts down, and he knows they're there. Just getting him back in there is going to be a challenge. And if he knows they're still alive,
Yeah. Well, generally, first time you go through and you kill the bugs, you get most of them. You try to kill the eggs, but there's legs left over, that, and then they come back, and that's why it takes, 4 to 6 weeks in order to get rid of them.
the ones he found were not first instars. They were third instars. That means they've fed at least 3 times.
No.
Yes.
No, they don't feed that often.
No, instar
What
means
does
that
this say?
whenever they feed, they molt up to 5th instar and then they're an adult. The ones that he found were 3rd instars, which means they had fed.
How do you know that?
Well,
Research.
Well, did you see
Okay,
the bug?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. I don't want to argue this.
Well, it's not an argument.
I'm
That's
just-
what
we're
I'm
arguing
saying.
something that I don't even want to talk about, okay? The problem is, it takes a while, and I understand that. It is very inconvenient because you have your stuff all packed up and stuff like that. At this point, the last time he was in there, he saw 2 bugs.
Yep.
He treated again, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now what has happened since he was there?
I don't know. I haven't been there.
Then what are we talking about? I don't understand.
Because I'm still paying rent for a place I can't live in.
I don't understand why, you don't even know if you have bugs. They could all be gone at this point.
They could all be gone on the first treatment, but they weren't.
No,
On the
not
second, but they
necessarily.
weren't. On the third, but they
Not
weren't.
necessarily. Not necessarily. The best we can do at this point is take another look to see where we are. We have to have a unit cleared, right? Cleared means there's no bugs, there's no eggs, there's no nothing.
Okay.
The last time he was there, he did not clear your unit because there were still bugs there. And then he treated it again. Well, now we have to come back and take another look.
In a week. I understand
And
that.
then let's take a look at it.
But I can't live
There's
there.
nothing I can do for you there. There's absolutely nothing I can do.
Okay, what about all my stuff in the kitchen that they really haven't treated?
The stuff in your kitchen should be only things that you didn't have to wash or you
Yeah.
didn't have to...
Yeah. Books, things like that, electronic supplies.
Right. When they fire and ice your unit, though, they chemicaled everything that, according to that fire and ice treatment that they did the first time, you have to also remember that you have a lot of stuff in your apartment, which is why they chose to fire and ice you,
It is
not
a
just
challenge.
chemical you.
That's a challenge.
So that is above and beyond a treatment that they normally would provide. We would provide. Sometimes we'll tell a resident on a fire and ice, for our cost reasons, that you just need to clean everything out. You're saying if there's 1 or 2 in there, it could very well be for the simple fact that you didn't remove that bunk bed for, how long did it take you to get your bunk bed out? That they were telling me had eggs in it.
That is a family heirloom.
I understand
I
that.
understand the
We didn't
issue.
tell you to throw it away. We just said take it out of the unit.
Yeah, I understand that, sir.
You see what I'm saying, though? That causes everything to be that much more of a process to treat.
Okay,
They
but
probably
the stuff in the kitchen was not treated very well. I can see the path upon which they sprayed, and they just sprayed the tops of the boxes.
Okay, the stuff in the kitchen, again, is not your clothing, not your bedding, not your soft materials. It's all your hard materials. Okay, according to what I understand, and if you've done your research, like you say, they're not going to go to a book
They don't.
I've found them in books
Okay, where? You never told me that before.
because I thought you guys were going to take care of it.
Well, we can't, okay, we're not the treaters of the unit, so we expect them to. So if it takes them, as, like Tim said, a month or half, 2 months to treat, that's what it takes.
I've already called them about this, and I've asked them about the stuff in the kitchen.
What
and
are they saying?
Well,
they said,
okay, let's just try to see if we can get a solution here, okay? Let's get back in there as soon as we can, do another inspection, okay? See where we are, see if we have to treat again. Once we get that cleared and we're free of chemicals, why don't we bring the dog back again and take another look?
okay,
In the meantime,
but
okay,
the stuff
I'm not
in the
done yet.
kitchen
I'm not done yet.
hasn't. I know you're not
Okay.
done, and I know I'm interrupting
I'm
you.
going to let you respond. Okay. Once we've got it cleared, you can do whatever you want with your stuff. You can put it back and live in a normal way, because at that point they're saying there's no more bugs. Just to guarantee, to make sure, let's come back one more time just to make sure that you're satisfied. Yep, they got them all. Okay. That should answer your question regarding the stuff that's in the kitchen.
Okay,
Okay.
except it won't, because they said by their own word that say spray the tops and that they crawl through the insecticide when they try and escape
Yeah. Okay.
the boxes.
Yeah.
But some of the boxes and stuff were never sprayed. You can see the path that they sprayed
Yeah, I understand.
just by the fact of the residual droplets that dried. And some of those books are 4, 5, 6 deep.
Well, then, you know what they're going to tell you, they won't tell you, they'll tell us. If you feel that we're not getting everything in that kitchen, our only solution is to make you move all that out.
And
Move
then
all
what?
that out.
Yeah, see,
Well, then you can access your kitchen. If you move it out, you got a
That's-
choice to
but-
heat treat it at a
That's not
place.
his question isn't accessing the kitchen. His question, or your issue is you want to make sure that it's taken care of properly.
Yes,
right?
if that stuff, all that stuff in the kitchen, which is basically everything I have,
Okay.
cannot be cleared for a year because that's about the expected life expectancy of a bed bug.
No,
No, they can
that's
live.
not what I'm saying though, but go
But-
ahead.
If they can't treat the stuff in the kitchen because they're just doing a crap job on it, I can't unpack that stuff and put it back, because then I'll be taking bed bugs with it and putting it back into a
understand
clean
that.
environment.
I understand that.
So how can that come to a solution?
I guess let me ask this, what do you expect them to do? To take the boxes, empty all the boxes for you, or I don't get it?
They have heat facilities that they can use. Everything's in boxes.
Heat cannot penetrate those things.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
It can
Book is
penetrate
an
books.
excellent insulator.
Yeah, I know, it's paper,
Yeah.
which is why they heat it for several hours.
Yeah, so you're gonna get the first book or maybe even the second book. After that, nothing. I'll guarantee you, it doesn't penetrate.
Well, then there's no solution you guys can
Well,
effectively
there is a
enact.
solution. There is a solution. The solution is to do a proper inspection, see what you got, do the treating. I'm telling you, the dog does a good job. The dog is about 99% accurate. Once you get that stuff back out, you don't have to put it away if you don't want to, but have it out in a way that he can get to it. He'll tell us if there's a bug there, okay?
He is scheduled for the follow-up in a week.
Yeah, well, let's
The follow-up from Brian.
yeah, I understand that.
And if Brian finds another one, the technician finds another one, then he's probably gonna chemically treat
Well,
it
if he
again.
finds another one, let's talk about it before
Okay.
we do anything.
Okay, because then at that point, he would have to wait about a month before we brought a dog back in
I
for the
understand that, too.
chemical. Well, I want him to understand
But they
that.
sprayed a week ago.
The law says you can't spray any more often than every 2 weeks, okay? The effectiveness of the dog depends on how much chemical is down.
Okay.
That's why you have to wait for a long time for that. See, those are two different issues. But I think if he comes back and we do an inspection, he finds some more bugs in there, then let's discuss it. Okay, let's decide what we're going to do at that point.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
But really, we got to really know what's going on in there, right?
Well, you can go in there whenever you want.
I'm not that good of an inspector. I'm not trained in that. See, so unless they're out running around, I can't find them.
I can show you video.
Hmm?
I can show you video. They're in the kitchen. I found them hiding under boxes, escaping the insecticide.
Well, that's the other issue I'm trying to tell you. Because of the amount of stuff in your apartment, they might come down to, let's say what you're saying, and we go back to the company we use and we say, hey, he's not happy, he's got a lot of items in there. They might come back to us and say the only way we can fully treat without ever getting, we never get 100% guarantee. Because you know with the research, there's always one chance of a bug being left behind. Okay, so they might say, hey, the only way to effectively get in there and make sure to make our company comfortable and yourself comfortable is to clear almost 90% of your items out of there. And that, like you said, what are you going to do?
Stuff I've already thrown away?
No, I don't, but you know what I'm saying. If you got a lot of stuff in your apartment,
not anymore.
But you got enough in your kitchen where you're saying you're not comfortable, you can't even live, correct? Isn't that your first question to us?
Yeah, well, if it's in your kitchen, you can't
function.
We can't move around.
Right. You can't move around. That's
any excess of stuff, yeah.
It doesn't make a difference how much stuff you have. If it's all in your kitchen, you can't operate.
Right.
I understand that.
But I'm just saying, they might come and say, hey, well then we got to have everything out. Well, that would really be a bummer, wouldn't it, with all the books and everything?
Well, see, the other thing they do is you can put your stuff inside of a heat chamber too.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But I've got kids. They just sit in a room with nothing to do.
No.
I mean, we had to get rid of 80% of their toys just to be on the safe side. The only thing we kept were practically the Legos.
So your living room's open and your bedrooms are open. It's just your dining room and that's pretty packed, right?
Yeah, but there's nothing for anybody to do. We would simply sleep and exist.
And what room are you looking for now to do anything other? I don't understand that either.
Okay. They can't play. There's nothing to play with. There's nothing to read. There's nothing to do anything with.
Well, I don't know what to tell you on that.
Well, the best thing to do is to try to get this thing cleared up as soon as we possibly can.
That's what I'm trying to do.
But you can't rush the process. I mean, like I said, there's certain laws we have to follow, and everything has to take its course. When you're treating for bed bugs in particular, it takes numerous treatments sometimes because of the egg situation and whatever.
Okay. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
How many more units are infested?
Well, not many. We only have one or two at a time. We don't have that many. I don't even know if you have any more than that.
Because I have seen so many mattresses out at that dumpster. It's insane.
Well, that doesn't.
That doesn't. Yeah, that don't mean that.
But it does spread them. Absolutely. Yeah.
Because we just did turn. We just turned. Every time we come on turn time, people throw their furniture out there all the time.
No, this is much more than normal. Because, my window's right there. I can look at the dumpster. One night there were 6 mattresses. There were 3 entertainment centers.
That doesn't mean anything.
The only thing that does, as far as bed bugs are concerned, is that there's a possibility there might have been bed bugs there, and if you pick up that equipment, you're going to bring it into your apartment. But as far as the reason they throw that stuff out, a lot of it's just because they're moving.
Okay.
Yeah. But it looks like looks like you had 2 units in your building. And we've inspected just about the whole building, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not, it's not.
Were they next to us? Were they across down the hall? Am I getting stuff through the floor?
You're 2 and 2, right?
No, you're not getting any of that.
2 and 2, no, nothing there.
Well, no.
Actually, according to the...
Our numbers are reversed.
Yeah,
So above us
his
is 301 and below us is 101.
What number are you in? You're in
202.
But they're reversed.
For some reason.
301 was cleared. 201 was cleared, yeah.
Hello?
Wait a minute, 201. Yeah.
I'm at Brooke.
That's across the hall.
Yeah, it's not a building that's been totally infested. There's a few here and there that we dealt with some of the problems. Your unit is absolutely, and one of the reasons is because of the amount of things in there. There's no doubt about it. I'll tell you, we've had a lot of success with this company. They're more aggressive. They are they're more sensitive to what the problems are, the issues are. They don't just come in and say, oh yeah, we got a spray done, let's go. They actually take a look and look for stuff. Their inspections are a lot more thorough.
This one wasn't.
Well, I'm just saying, in general, this company has been very good for us. Okay.
I can show you. He never even inspected my room. when he came
Okay,
back.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just telling you, as history, we've had a lot of luck with this company. Your unit, I don't know, I've been in there now, you know. But let's just keep going, let's just get another shot at this thing, let's take a look at it, see where we are. If we still have bed bugs in there, let's discuss what our next move is, okay? Before we do anything.
All right.
And if we can come up with a better plan, then we'll do that, okay? Unfortunately, you know, we really can't get in there till next week. It won't make any sense. I suppose we could look to see if there's activity. We could do that.
And if there's activity.
Well, if there's
we
activity,
still
we'll
can.
know, okay? We can't spray, we can't do anything.
Right.
Let's do that. See if you can get him out here as soon as possible. Let's take a look at it.
What day is he coming back for you?
Wednesday, next Wednesday, 14th.
Well, I want to see if we can get him in this week.
I'll see.
Have a special inspection, and let's take a look to see what kind of activity you have, then let's talk about it, okay?
Okay.
And we'll see what we can do.
Well, can it be a different inspector?
I have no idea. I don't know who they have on.
Because this guy, he spent about 5 minutes inspecting the apartment.
Well, it won't happen this time, regardless of who comes out.
All right.
So we'll get them out this week, if we can, let's take a look at it, and then let's discuss it and see what we can do. Okay?
All right.
All right, we'll try to fix it for you, we'll do the best we can.
All right. Less than stellar, more of a hurry up and wait. Fucking outstanding work there, guys.